Happy Halloween, nail geeks. I am coming in with Glam Polish's newest drop for October. I guess kind of November too. We have the Buffyverse collection. I know a lot of you are going to be excited about this. This is a 9-piece set featuring a diversity of base colors in flaky bomb finishes. And I can absolutely get behind these two as a flaky, picky person myself. So without further ado, let's dive right in. The hardest thing in this world is to live in it is a deep teal with shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. This is very jelly-like, as we're going to see throughout this collection. It builds up very much like a true jelly, and on the second coat, you can see I have pretty good opacity. Some of you may be fine with that, but if you want that extra, more deep mosaic-like finish, I would strongly suggest going up to that third thin coat. Now, I know I'm going to be repeating myself on a lot of these as they're mostly a very similar type of finish. So with these flakes and all the flakes that are in the formulas themselves, I would strongly suggest using a glitter smoother with these. Dawn's in Trouble Must Be Tuesday is a bright blurple base with shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. Now, the way this one applies feels more crelly than jelly, say, compared to the previous one. And maybe those of you rocking shorties could probably do 2 coats. I can absolutely see that. But I chose to do that third coat if you have wide load nails like myself, a huge free edge, what have you, or if you just like that more intense look, you absolutely could. This one is a little less textured and thirsty than, again, the previous one, but I would still suggest a very thin layer of glitter smoother just to even everything out and give you that glossy glass-like look with your top coat. You're about to get your ass kicked is a deep indigo with shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. Very opaque type of formula on this one. I chose to stop at 2 coats. So that first coat was more like a foundation to build what I was doing. And then the second coat, I went in pretty normal for myself. And honestly, I felt like if I did my typical third coat, it was going to be way too much bulk on the nail. So this one is very juicy and opaque. So you do 2 coats, a glitter smoother and glossy top coat. 5x5 is a blue-gray with shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. So again, we're kind of going back to Dawn's in Trouble. This one also has that crelly type of feel to it. So I went in pretty thin on my coats just to see how I needed to apply it. And I stopped at 3 thin coats. So you could probably get away with 2 normal coats on this. I think I was being pretty conservative after swatching Dawn's in Trouble. And I was kind of like, well, I should probably go in a touch thinner just in case I have over buildup, whatever. But I think either way is just fine. Bored Now is a deep purple with shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. So we are jumping back over to a true jelly finish. I chose to take this one up to 3 light coats. Again, I think 2 normal coats on pretty much shorter nails could probably work, but I just always want to deepen out these jellies. I want to push them to as far as I can go and maximize all the flaky payoff, especially ones like this where it just looks like a bunch of fallen leaves in how it's building up. You will absolutely, again, need a glitter smoothing top coat underneath your glossy top coat. That way you are getting that very glassy appearance. Insane Troll Logic is a deep moss green with shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. So this is kind of in between what we've seen thus far with the more true jellies in this collection. I also chose to do 3 thin coats with this. So I'm going to repeat myself and I apologize, but these are very similar in how their finishes are, if it's a jelly or if it's leaning more towards crelly. But on this one, you can see I probably could have stopped at 2 coats, but I personally liked the third coat. So is it redundant? I think that's going to be up to you and however you want to apply on this one. I Maybe Love's Bitch is a deep berry with shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. Another one that is very similar to how the other jellies applied. I will spare you all the repeating of that disclaimer. This one is, again, pretty much identical to the other jellies we've seen thus far. So 2 normal coats or 3 thin, however you want to build it up. I was pleasantly surprised that some of these jellies looked so opaque that I was fully expecting, especially this one, to stain my falsies, and I did not have staining. So pleasantly surprised there. I'm always wary of purples when I'm swatching them. I typically save them for last. I'm a Blood-Sucking Fiend is a burnt crimson base with shifting iridescent flakies and black flakes. I agree with that official description for that base color. It's like a burnt crimson, a brick reddish type of color. And I liked this one. This would probably have to be one of my top picks out of this collection because the way that all of those flakes still come off very rainbow-like against that very deep type of base color. Kudos to Glam. I love when a polish can be done well like this, especially flakes across the board for all of these, where you can still see the color roll of the flakes, but also have a very deep base color too, if that makes sense. And last but not least, we've got Fire Bad Tree Pretty. This is a dark brown with shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. So the deepest, I guess, vampiest out of the other 8 in the collection. This is same thing here. And you can see very easy build up. So I will spare you all for repeating myself. We have another wonderful flaky finish here, an easy color roll that you can see even against that dark type of base color. And we're going to wrap this up with the Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. So all the polishes in this set have, again, identical finishes. I could see these toppering over Matchy Match undies, but why would you? They're very opaque. So I'll just give you all a little bit of story time. I hope you all have a very safe Halloween. My 2 boys are going as, the oldest is going as Jose Altuve, of course, no surprise there. We're a big baseball family. And the little one said he wanted to be a fan, like a literal fan. So my husband is making him an actual fan costume, functioning blades and a functioning light and pull strings on his contraption. And he's going to be Jose's biggest fan as they go trick-or-treating tonight. The Buffyverse collection is currently available. You can grab these on Glam Polish's website. Per usual, we have a coupon code this weekend. The first 96 hours, you can save 5% off individual shades with the code Buffy5, or save 10% off all full collections with the code Buffy10. I will link you all below to Glam's site if you want to get in there and check that out. In addition to the Facebook group, if you'd like to join that and see official announcements, swatches, all that good stuff. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a very safe, happy Halloween and eat lots and lots of candy.